Hello, everyone. Hope you all doing well. Tom is joining today to the quick interview. Tom, how are you doing, mate?
Very good. Very good.
Thanks for joining. And Tom, I would like to ask you a few questions. So first, could you please introduce yourself? So who you are and what do you do?
I am Tom. I'm self-employed tiler currently. So yeah, very busy day-to-days. And that's kind of why I asked for Maris's help.
Excellent, mate. Excellent. So mate, could you share first as well? So what was your situation before you joined in the program with me? So what was the struggles and challenges?
Struggles and challenges would be lack of structure. I could be really good one day and then kind of throw out the window the next, and sort of, I used to have very good habits and they're kind of just disappeared.
And what is the biggest problem? So what these bad habits was affecting? What did you try to solve?
The main issue was obviously not preparing. So I lost that main habit of getting ahead of myself and planning before I did it, while then I was going everything the last minute and just going, that'll do. So everything was, that'll do, which isn't the best mentality to be in when it's to do with nutrition and training.
Absolutely, mate. And so what was the biggest thing when you joined the program? So what did you want to solve?
The thing I wanted to solve is mindset. So it wasn't particularly to gain much other than sort of the mentality of what I need to do and fulfill it, basically. So as we've gone through a lot of the accountability and stuff like that. So it is based around that, but it is majority been mindset and improving that.
What specifically you feel like was missing when it comes to the mindset?
Probably it was the thing of, it goes back to that'll do mentality. So my mindset wasn't, no, let's go for the best. It was, right, I'm trying to be so focused on what I'm doing at work that then my personal stuff would be like, that'll do. So I'll be like, right, get this job out. Yeah. But then in my head, I'll be like, no, that'll do. But then that had a knock-on effect where I would feel like it would then down everything else. If you know what I mean? So I couldn't do, if you can't kind of get the things that you enjoy, like the hobbies, I then was kind of getting negative about it and then think while I was at work, I'm not gonna have time to train today. I forgot to make lunch. So I need to go to Tesco and buy a meal deal. Like it's silly stuff like that. But then if you do love doing something like training, that is quite a kick in the teeth that you keep doing to yourself constantly, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely, mate. And obviously you did it really well during these 28 days. And could you tell more about results? So where you started? So what was your situation with your health, fitness, and what did you achieve in 28 days we worked together?
Yeah, we did quite a lot, really, like sort of concentrated in 28 days. Started out with 148 kilogram body weight. Very big and bloated. So I was really always having some sort of bloat, just digesting any kind of food, if it was healthy or not. I just seemed to get like a bubble gut and just bloat out and feel like I don't really want to move, comatose, and it could literally be like the Tesco's meal deal. I would then be like at work going in the afternoon going, oh man, I'm struggling. Stuff like that. So my energy was down. So yeah, it was my sort of big bloat, being really heavy. Still be able to lift a lot when I go to the gym, but not functional with it. And so it was a lot of that really. And then obviously dropped down to 133 kilos.
What is the total?
So about 15 kilos, which I don't know what that is in stone, but it's 2 stone something, isn't it?
I think almost 2.5 stone, yeah.
Yeah. So so then, or even just having a knock-on effect of having a better diet. And even though I was probably having a more limited diet before, when I was like being really strict on those days, well, now I probably have a very variable diet and have so many different sources. I don't have the same sort of like flare up with bloat and feel like just horrible and groggy.
What you said, mate, being bloated and all this extra weight, so how it was impacting other aspects of your life?
I'd say just either mentally tired, because you're physically tired as well, but it kind of then was a mental thing of being like, oh, you're just big and bloated. Like, oh, you're just struggling. Like, it's because you're big and bloated, you're struggling. Like, running up like some stairs with some tools or whatever like that, and you're like, oh, Yeah, I'm feeling that. Like during a couple of trips, and you think,
Mm.
you're
Even
doing
endurance.
great. Yeah, you're like, whoa, just wait. You're like always carrying an extra bag of cement or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's like grabbing, like you're always carrying a little bit more than the other person is, or something like that. And you think, oh, I'm keeping up, but this could be easier. This could be a lot easier. But yeah, definitely my mood has improved, energy has improved, more function in the gym, like being able to do pull-ups again and stuff like that, and not have like I'm quite bad shoulder injury a few years ago, and done a lot of rehab stuff on that. That's feeling better, so it's obviously less weight. That's helping that, and obviously my food sources, as we kind of go through, is just try and go as natural as possible. So not massively processed diet, try and go even cleaner, and just sort of mop up those little habits here and there that I've created that were bad and replace them with good ones.
And what you would say, where you feel the biggest impact? Obviously, you lost quite big amount of weight, like 15 kg. So what you would say, what is biggest things that have changed in your life after losing these 15 kg? So where you feel the biggest impact?
It would be probably the day to day. So just, yeah, getting up and ready to go, have more energy just to go move and not feel so lethargic or be like, I'm going to be bloated. Like I just know I'm not, just going to struggle or whatever. You just sort of have the get up and go, and sort of I suppose it's also to do with the mentality of it, changing that mindset. You have the get up and go with that as well, because there's kind of the mentality before, I suppose, was, well, why I could put it off today, we'll put it off tomorrow. Like, or you just get up and do it. Just do it. That's the.
And how is your bloating currently?
Sorry?
How is situation with the bloating currently?
Oh, like non-existent, really. I had, obviously it was my birthday the day, and like we discussed before, I had a meal out. I had a bit of heartburn after it, but even the bloating wasn't that bad. So it was obviously a mixture of like a greasy burger, and I had a bit of heartburn after, but even though I didn't have the bloat, so I wasn't uncomfortable like I would be before. So even having like, yeah, it was a rubbish meal, but you know what I mean? Having something that's really calorie heavy.
It wasn't as bad as it would typically be.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. Because like before, I could still get the heartburn as well, but at least I haven't got the bloat now with it. My body could actually, even though it was rubbish food, it can still digest it. So I still have that. If I go out somewhere, I don't think, I'm going to be.
Sounds like, especially the part of the gut with the bloating has a biggest impact on you from these 28 days. Excellent, mate. And what you would say, so what was the biggest lessons during these 28 days? So, or one or two of the biggest takeaways for you?
Probably, yeah, it would be mindset of preparation. So obviously you love the saying, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Do that. So the evening habit, I'd say, was my best thing I did, because obviously you give us literature to read and stuff and go through. And kind of when you were mentioning like really work on evening habits, I was kind of already doing it, because I was kind of finding that's where I naturally was falling and sort of failing to sort of pick it up. And then obviously you then help to sort of design a structure and what you need to do, kind of with your non-negotiable, get it done, go through that process. And it's kind of just building that sort of evening habit would be my best bit. 'Cause in the morning, you're ready to go a lot of the time. You like, even if you feel a bit tired, I'm going to make a coffee, and you can kind of mindlessly go through the motion. But then it is the night before, if you don't do your meals the next day, or like, obviously, because I'm a bigger person, I have still a lot of calories, even though I'm dieting. So I still need a lot of food prepared. Yeah. So it's not a case of where you can just do, a little bit. I still need to prep my meals in advance to be able to do it properly with work. Obviously, if I'm off the weekend, I don't bother prepping, because I can just do it, grab it and make it all as I go. But to fit into my daily schedule, I have to get that evening right the day before. So that is probably my biggest thing I've done.
So it sounds like as well the structure we gave you in this program and this daily accountability help you establish even better structure in your day-to-day life in general.
Yeah, because it was kind of a bit as in, you kind of think as you're doing stuff, right? Well, it's accountability as well. How you think, how can I do better? And it was kind of going, I need to sort of look at my evenings, then either talking with you, and then you give us more literature and stuff that you've gone through, obviously with experience of people and the top things that you found that help people. It kind of then allows you to pick a couple and just try and do it, like try and stick to it for the week. And then all of a sudden that's ingrained in you. And then you think, right, what was the other thing? and just keep building. So it's how you to layer it, basically, how you structure it to get more layers in your evening and then get more from it. So then the next day, it's not really a stress. It's done. You've already done it. It's cool. You can then crack on.
That's absolutely right. So how implementing new habits, new structures change your life and completely take the stress out, like what you'll be typically waking up in the morning.
Yeah, that's what, like I said, like I'd go, I haven't made lunch. And like you then go out the door because you've gone through the morning process of making a coffee, taking the dog for a walk, feed the dog. You know what I mean? You do that, and then all of a sudden you're about to leave the front door, and you're like, I need to go to Tesco to get a meal deal.
Yeah,
like you do stuff like that, and it's that kind of thing that ruins it. And then you think, oh, what's the point? And then you skip a meal, or you you don't do something right, or you have something that I'll go there and be like, right, I'll have a meal deal. I need protein. Get a protein shake and a protein bar. But really, then you go over your calories massively because everything's calorie dense anyway. But you just try to get more protein in because the sake of having protein, and it's not really a good habit to have. You might as well have the quality food that has got the protein in anyway, and not like loads of hidden fats and ingredients that are going to end up blowing me out.
You either build a habit, you either build good habits or either build a bad habit, but you're going to build eventually habits, right? Typically, if we don't put intent right, it's just naturally going to build bad habits, So, and luckily, we just move on the opposite direction. And Tom, I'd like to ask you one more question. So what advice would you give someone in the same place as you were when you started?
Conversation with you. That's what I did. It's the best way. Honestly, if you I have a lot of experience. I can advise people on what to eat and go, that's what you need to do. It's very simple, but you just need to do it. That is the thing. Like you need, like however much someone would ask me in the gym, right, what training program should I do? Well, if you're trying to build muscle, do this. If you're going to do you have the chats with people and you go, they ask you advice. You're obviously doing it a number of years, you kind of you pick up stuff, don't you? But it's you need someone to, from outside look and being like, right, I understand what you're saying, but you're not doing that. You're saying that's what you want to do, but you're not actually doing it. And you kind of need to
address the blind spots.
Yeah, you need someone just to go, actually, like it's not like it's like pick up those blind spots and where you quite easily like glaze over them because it's yourself and you think, oh fine. You need a Maris to go, hey, what are you doing there? You're really good at that, but why are you neglecting that, basically? So you need someone go, right, you're really good at that. So that's brilliant. Stay with that. But what about this? Because that would then make that even better if you brought that up. So it's a balance of adding little things here and there and tweaking, and like you said, habit building, someone to go, well, is that a good habit or bad habit? Because you need sometimes someone to question you, even if you're doing it right. Like we've had conversations and you can 100% agree with me, you should do this. But it's good to know that someone like looking from an outside perspective still think, that's the right thing to do. Or they'll go, well, maybe look at this or bring that up instead, or you know what I mean, have someone to sort of be there and just give you that nudge in the right direction.
Absolutely, Matt. Like you said in your case, right? You already had a knowledge experience in the past, but sometimes it's taking right information, applying at the right time, and actually applying information consistently. Because sometimes when we are on our own devices, we may question and jump from one thing to another thing. You know what I mean? And kind of try one thing, kind of get results, not get results, move to the next thing. And plus, and if we don't do any of these things we know we need to do, there is no accountability, and you can slowly slip off. And mate, I want to say, you did an amazing job, 15 kg in 28 days, absolutely amazing. You were spot on, checkings, everything was on. And obviously, like you put work in and we can see the results. So absolutely well done, mate.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for joining, Carl, and we will speak very soon.
Lovely. Cheers, bud.